Well, today I'm gonna talk about some modifications I made and some accessories from bow to stern. Okay, first of all, I attached one more handle. This handle is very sturdy. It's very firm, but sometimes especially when you lift your kayak and drag it, unless you stand right next to the kayak, not in front of the kayak, then your wrist will twist it like this or like this. But with this corded handle, it's very handy. Another benefit of this is you need to lift your kayak just a little bit. If you lift your kayak with this original handle, you gotta lift it a little bit higher, depending on your height, obviously. But with this corded handle, you gotta lift it just a little bit. Next thing is obviously this transducer and fish finder. And I didn't drill any hole, so yeah, I just used some cable ties. So yeah, that's how it works with my kayak. And the next thing you'll see is this PDL drive alignment spacers, both sides. So it is from the Navarre kayak fishing. What I actually ordered was a wrong pair of spacers for the regular Sportsman series, but Nick from the Navarre kayak fishing very generously sent me the replacement without any additional fee. So now Nick has made these PDL drive alignment spacers especially for salty. So yeah, it's written like salty. As you can see here, it's now nicely aligned now, so it's not moving and it'll be always centered. The next modification is this floating PDL drive prop nut, and it is floating, so you don't need to use any kind of spanners or wrench or something like that, but just twist it to open and twist it to lock it. Right then, yeah, these are some base boards for Railblazer, and this is an eyelet, and that one is from Yak Attack for my rod holder Omega Pro, and this is another baseboard from Railblazer, and this is another eyelet. I will add two more eyelets here and there. You can attach any accessories or flyers or scissors or anything like that, and also you can attach any kind of leashes for your rod and for your paddle. So yeah, I like this modification. The next thing is this scupper plug. A lot of people say that it'll be kind of dry deck, but because I will use my kayak mostly on the ocean, not the lake, so a lot of times the wakes are just coming in and I want to keep my deck drier. So here is from Old Town. It is small size, probably short size plug, and then here it is medium sized plug. Okay, just like this. This is from Old Town too. So I added two short plugs here and there, and two medium plugs, and another two medium plugs for stern storage area. Well, next thing is I'm gonna this PDL drive insert. In case you don't use the PDL drive and you just paddle around And you know, because there's a big hole here, a lot of things you can lose unless they are floating. It is very probable that you lose something. So I think it is very handy. It's from the same Navarre kayak fishing with its PDL and rubberized gasket. All of them are included and pre-installed. So yeah, it's just fit here. Another problem is when you don't use your PDL drive, you lose also that pocket, that storage area too. So I use this kind of Ziploc food container, such as the Velcro tape here and there. So it's just here, and you can use, and you can store a lot of things like sunglasses, extra battery, or any carabiner, another leash, or anything like that. Band-aid, waterproof, and fishing license, etc. Your wallet, keys, a lot of things. And it's kind of not exactly waterproof, but it's quite watertight, right? So it just works like that. When you lifted this insert and when you use PDL drive, you gotta store this somewhere. So I attached another Velcro tape here, and yeah, it's just there. So it's not going anywhere. All right. Next modification is gonna be this fish finder with this handle mount from Navarre Kayak Fishing. So this is a replaced handle with a mount for T-bolt, and you can attach a lot of accessories. What I use for that is this fish finder mount from Ram. There are some small modifications that, you know, we have 3 rod holders pre-inserted from the factory, but I attached this kind of key rings, O-ring, to make the hole bigger. Like I said, because I spend most of time fishing on the ocean, so yeah, I want to leash everything. So yeah, you can just use this, and then if this rod is in use, then you can leash it here in the eyelet here. Yeah, it's very useful for me. I can tell you, it's very handy. I also added this kayak seat risers from Navarre Kayak Fishing, and I only use the 1-inch riser. And there are different models according to your what you want about the height. So probably there may be 2-3 models, different models there. They also have the front risers, but I just added these rear seat risers. Just 1-inch for now. Next modification is gonna be this stern handle, and it's also from Navarre Kayak Fishing with the T-bolt insert. So you can attach a lot of accessories like camera mount, or I'm going to use it for the kayak flag or camera. I haven't decided yet, honestly. Well, the last but not least is this rudder bolt here, and I think it is a must-have. It's from Navarre Kayak Fishing. Yeah, I think it is a must-have unless you already have one, because you know, with this rudder bolt, it's very now stable. There's no play here. Probably it makes your steering more stable and easier. Yeah, I think it changes a lot of things. So yeah, I highly recommend this rudder bolt.